Hey goodies, welcome back to the channel. What's good? If you are joining me for the first time, thanks for stopping by. I'm Shanice. All you gotta do to become a family member or a member of the official Good Gang is hit that subscribe button if you want to be a favorite family member or a favorite goodie, so you know you get extra love, extra hugs. All you gotta do is turn on your post notifications by hitting that bell, so that way you get notified whenever I upload a new video. Hit the bell and select turn on all notifications for completely shine, so you'll be up to date. So as you guys can see by the title, today we are doing a story time, okay? And I did not come to play today. And if you guys realize that my voice is a little bit lower than it normally is, that's because it's like 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm about to go to work and people are still sleeping. Yes, it's Sunday and I'm about to go to work, okay? You work while you're young, you work while you can. You work because you have to. Okay. Alright guys, so let's get into the story time. So let me paint the story for you guys. So I'm not naming years because some people may put two and two together and figure out what it is. So I'm gonna call months. So in December, I was working at two places, or two locations. Some days I'd work at this location and other days I'd work at this location. Let's call this location that I'm talking about Fancy. And the co-worker that I'm gonna tell you about, let's call her Eve or Evil.
B-E to the T-T-Y.
You know what? Let's not call her Eve and be petty. Let's call her Tensie. Tensie, I don't know why, because after all this happened, it was kind of like a little bit of tension. So Tensie. I'm starting working at Fancy in December, and whenever I work at Fancy, it's always myself and another coworker. So they really aren't going to be relevant to this story. Actually, one of them is, so let's give him a name. Let's call him Dexter. Call him Dexter, sure. Yeah, so when I worked there, not Fancy, Tensie is a custodian. So whenever she'd see me, it'd be because she'd be coming into our store to come sweep and mop and clean the glass on the window or to change the trash. That's the only reason that she would be coming to our store. Or we may see her in the hallway like dusting or whatever, or just like walking up and down, whatever. So when I started working at Fancy in this store, my coworker, Dax, he would introduce me and he would say, well, this is Shanice. You're gonna be seeing a lot more of her now because she's gonna be working here like off and on, like when I'm off or when the other person is off. Okay, so it's all well and good, and he's introducing me to people. I'm meeting new people. It's fine, or so I thought. So whenever I'd see Tensie, she would come into the store either when the both of us are there, either myself and Dax or myself and the other coworker, or it'd be just myself because Dax or the other coworker is at lunch. But it's always only the two of us in the store. Okay, so now you guys have that background. Let's move on with the story. So as I first met Tensie, I'm not gonna tell you guys this week she said that, this week she said that, because I honestly can't remember. I can just remember time frames, and I'm not gonna exaggerate the story. No, I'm not gonna exaggerate the story. So as I saw her, like the first couple times, like she would come to me and she would say, "Oh hi, how you doing?" And sometimes she'd be like, "You know, I can't remember your name. What did you tell me it was?" And I'd say Shanice, obviously, because that's my name. If you forgot, you forgot. And I also forgot to tell you guys, Tensie, let's call her, she's probably about really, really late 50s or 60s. So that's how old Tensie is about. I don't think you can work after 60 something. So I won't peg her at 70, but I definitely say she's probably like 59. Let's put her in her 60s. I think she's like in her 60s. I honestly just think so. So whenever she would asks me my name again, like, I wouldn't get offended or anything, because I'm just thinking, okay, like, girl, you ain't got no time to remember my name. You this old, you probably got a whole family, you got work to do. Like, if you forget my name, is whatever. Like, I'm gonna tell you it again. But if you keep doing it, like, say like 3 or more times, it'll get annoying. But at the point in time, I didn't have an issue with it, so I just said, oh, it's Chanice or whatever. So then she would come in. She would come in and be like, hi, Chanice, how you doing? Stuff like that. Now, let me get to telling you what she would ask me. In these first couple of weeks of her meeting me, she would come in the store and she would ask me stuff like, is that your real hair? Because I will always be wearing this wig, and you guys see how I have it slayed, if I do say so myself. She would be like, is that your real hair? And if you guys watch this video that I will link in the cards, you know that I think that that's rude. So anybody asks me, is that your real hair? So she would ask me stuff like, is that your real hair? Do you have a boyfriend? Do you have kids? But she is the type of person, she's not going to just ask you, do you have a boyfriend or do you have kids, blatantly like that. She'd be talking and she'd say something like, well, you know, young girls nowadays, they like to be going out to stuff with a boyfriend. So you got one? That's how she would form that question to get information out of me. And I don't have anything to hide, but also I do feel as though I don't have to explain anything to you, so it's none of your business. So it's completely up to me if I answer or not. So when she asks me, is that your real hair? I tell her yes. If she asks me if I have a boyfriend, I tell her no. Because regardless if I have a boyfriend or not, it's none of your business. So if I did have a boyfriend, I would tell you no, because what you want to know for? I'm not dating your son. And then she'd ask me stuff like, where do I live? If I have kids, stuff like this. And I'm just like, sis, like, are you trying to sign a paycheck? Why are you interviewing me right now? What is wrong with you? But I just took it very, very lightheartedly in the moment, because I'm just thinking, well, this is harmless. She just asking stuff because that is what older people do. That's what they do when they see a young person. That's what they do to figure out like where they are in their life. I do not know why they do it. I don't know what impact it has on their life, but that's what they do. So at the moment, I was not offended. So I just said no, and I kept what I wanted to keep to myself, and I gave her the information that she wanted to have, or I wanted to let her have. And she also asked me, do I go to church? Now, I do not go to church. I will tell you guys that. And in the moment, I did tell her, no, I do not go to church. And let me put this out there. I have a great relationship with the Lord, God, Jesus, whatever you want to call it. I am a strong believer in God. Like, I feel like God has gotten me through so many things. But obviously, like I said, I don't feel as though I have to explain myself to anybody. So in the moment when she asked me, do I go to church? I just said no, and I left it at that. I didn't get into, oh, well, I pray every morning, and when I'm going through hard times, I pray. And even when I'm going through great times, I pray as well. I didn't tell her any of that because, like I said, but also I do feel as though I don't have to explain anything to you. So it's none of your business. So it's completely up to me if I answer or not. So weeks would go by and she would come in and it would be small talk or whatever. And when the other co-worker is there, not that, it's the other co-worker, she would come in and like, she would kind of like do gossip stuff with him. Like, so she would bring up topics and he would listen or whatever. Nothing too like serious. But I'm not one to gossip, especially if I don't know you. Don't gossip with me, because I don't like negativity. Like, don't gossip with me. So so when they would have their conversation, sometimes I'd just be quiet, or if she asked me something light, I would answer. But anything, no, keep me out of it. So now in retrospect, everything is making sense to me. Like I told you guys, I started in December, and in like February, March-ish, myself and the other co-worker had a kind of like a rift, because he kind of like told a lie, and then when it came out, he was upset. And that's kind of around the time where she stopped speaking to me. Now, when I joined this particular company, I really glowed up. Like, I used to go to work and I would just literally do my eyes and like slap on a wig, but it wasn't like I was really doing much. But when I joined this company, it was kind of, you have to feel good to do good kind of work. So I would really take pride in more pride in my appearance. So like I really would dress up and do my makeup and just feel good and like be feeling myself. So I had like an extra boost of confidence when I was with this particular company. So where was I going with this? So I realized that some women, I do not know why. I don't know if they didn't want me to be like confident or whatever, but it was like they were kind of like hating a little bit. It's like they would start by being nice and being friendly, and same thing with Tensi, like being friendly and trying to get information, and then like a couple weeks on the line, it's just all turned to shit. Like they don't want to talk to you, they give you the side eye, and it's just like for what? So when she stopped speaking to me, I'm just like, okay, there's some other petty BS, like some kind of insecurity going on over there. Like I don't deal with insecurities. The only insecurities I deal with are mine, and I fix them so that it won't project them out into the world. So if you can't do that, like back away. Like I can't deal with other people's insecurities. Like I can't. Don't take them out on me. I can't. So when she started speaking to me, I was just like, okay, well, another one bites the dust is no love lost. So I just continued with my life, and she blatantly started speaking to me, and then like I would see her in the hallway, and if I speak, it would be a mumble or that she would not answer at all. One time I was in the bathroom and she came out of the stall while I was washing my hands, and I looked at her and she looked at me and like looked down. So I was like, okay, I peep game. You don't want to speak, fine. You don't have to speak. We don't got to speak. It's fine. Like I said, no love lost. So fast forward a couple uh, weeks. Let me get back to you guys. Let me bring it back a little bit. When I said that she asked me if I went to church, and I said no, I did tell you guys I did not get into a relationship with God or anything because it's none of her business. I don't have to explain anything to anybody. And she probably, I believe that she did say something along the lines of, well, you know, church is good and you got to get right with the Lord. Like just simple stuff. And it was just like, yeah, it is. Like I said again, not explaining anything to her. So whenever we would have conversation, I would just try to keep it light. So as she's telling me I should get into church and going to church is good and you should get to know the Lord, I'm just like, yeah, you're right. I'm not disagreeing or anything, but I'm just keeping it very surface. I don't know if I didn't trust her or what, but I just felt like I didn't need to get into it. Right. So we're back to the bathroom incident. After that, I was just like, okay, you want to speak, no love lost, whatever. So fast forward to April-ish. So the rift between that coworker, I kind of died down now, but there's still tension between the two of us. And like I said, let me tell you guys, he is a very different kind of individual that fits her kind of different. So the questions that she may ask and the way she may ask them, he would do the same thing. So they kind of match. Like their personalities are kind of like on the same, in my opinion. So it's about April now. So the riff or whatever it kind of died down, but I'm still like guarded with him or whatever. And like I said, they would chat. Her and Dex wouldn't really chat. Like when Dex would do the same thing that I do. When she would come in the store and start talking or whatever, he would be like, yeah, like if she's telling him something that he already knows, like he's like, yeah, like for real? Well, he didn't know. Because I don't know if it is that he doesn't trust her either, but she just has that kind of vibe. So he would be on defense with her too, but not in a disrespectful way. But that's just how him and I are towards her. And we don't talk about him, we don't talk about her, nothing like that. It's just she seems to be this kind of person. So one day I'm at lunch and I come back to the store and I asked Dex to give me my water bottle. Yes, I asked him to give me my water bottle. So he went by my bag and I put on my phone and my makeup bag, whatever, and he hands me my water bottle. She's in the store at this point. So when I come into the store, I said, "Good evening." And then I asked him to do that. I cannot remember if she responded or whatever, because sometimes I just really don't care. I know I said good evening. If you didn't say good, it's whatever. So I take my water bottle and I head back out to go fill it up. So the way that the store is positioned is, if I am like walking around the corner, back from the water cooler, you can hear my footsteps, like, because it's that close. This will all make sense in a moment. So I'm coming back, and when I come back in, it's pure silence other than the music. Like, he's not talking, she's not talking. And then she like grabs her stuff and continues sweeping or whatever it was, and then she leaves the store. I cannot remember if she said that she was leaving or not, because like I said, sometimes I just literally don't care. It like has no effect on me. Like, I just literally don't care. So as soon as she leaves, that's and I like we are pretty cool. And he says to me, "Chanice, I don't know." Let me pause this moment again, because I'm just remembering things as this was probably like around like the same February, March-ish. Because remember, December and January, she was trying to pick me. Like, she was trying to get information from me. She came into the store and the other coworker was there, and he said, I had actually seen her at lunch that day. And she said, "Oh, I just saw the girl at lunch. What's your name again?" I'm just sitting there like, okay, maybe she didn't see me in this little corner. So then I looked at my other coworker, and he looked at me, and then he looked at her, and I looked at her as well. And he goes, "Chanice, look, she right there." So she's facing him, backing me, and she says to him, yeah, I know that she in the corner, but what's your name? Chanice? Yeah, I just see she in the lunchroom. Like, she's talking about me, like, I'm not there. So I'm like, okay. So when he left, this is the coworker that him and we had a little riff. When she left, he was like, "Well, that was weird." I said, "Yeah, it was. I was thinking the same thing." Done and dusted. That was the end of that. Another time, I really wanted this to be a short story time, but this like turned into like a 20-minute, but whatever. You guys will enjoy it. Another time, I walked through like the back offices of Fancy, and I see this other coworker that he works in a different department, and I said, "Oh, hi." Let's call him, you know what, he doesn't need a name. I said, "Oh, hi, X." Well, I guess his name is X now. I said, "Oh, hi, X." And he goes, "Hi, how you doing?" I said, "Good, how about you?" Small talk. So then he had told me something. It was something that we had known about. And I answered, and then she came in. So as she was coming in, I was leaving because I was going to the bathroom, but I just passed him on the way. So as the door was closing, I was like, the door is here, and I'm like right here, and she's on the other side with him. And before I could take 2 steps, I hear her ask him, "Oh, you know her?" So I stopped. So I stopped. And I was like, what did she ask him that? And he goes, I just think that these people don't trust this lady. He goes very nonchalantly, "Oh yeah, she works at XYZ," calling my store's name. So I just smiled to myself, and I continued walking down the steps, because I was just like, okay, like, I'm not being paranoid. Like, everybody's on the guard with this lady. So that was the second incident. So another time, she comes into the store, and it's just myself in there. I'm in there alone. I think whoever was working with me that day was at lunch. So she came in, she said, "Hi, good afternoon," in a very, very formal business professional manner. "Good afternoon." So I said, "Oh, hi, good afternoon." So she swept, she mopped or whatever. She went to grab the trash bag out of the garbage can. She took it up and she was replacing it. So she's replacing it with a new garbage bag, obviously. And I'm not paying her attention. I'm just doing whatever it is I'm doing on my phone or whatever.